it's Oa and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. And today is another custom bullet journal setup, and this one is for the month of March, which is a lavender theme. And if you want to see all the close-ups of all the spreads, they are at the end of the video at the time written on the screen right now. Just a heads up, this video is in French. I am obviously talking in English for the voiceover, but the journal is written in French, so if you don't understand what's written on the pages, that's probably why, because this order was placed for a French journal, because I speak French, English, German, and Spanish, so I am pretty much able to do any of those. Maybe not German, I'm not really good at it, but basically that's why you may not be able to recognize the words on the pages. And this whole journal was filmed in the summer while I was in the hospital for a rehabilitation center, so I'm sorry for the quality of the video, but I was not able to do much better while being in a hospital room, so yeah. But basically this month is lavender themed and I enjoyed it so much. It was so fun to do. But for the cover page, I just did a circle and I just did like a crown of lavender, and in the middle I wrote March in cursive, like calligraphic lettering, and I just kept it really simple because it took so long to do all little details, because I did everything like super small and stuff. It was super hard to do, but in the end it looked so good that I do not regret it 1 second. It was so pretty to do. But basically this whole setup is pretty similar to some of the other ones that I already done, so if you want to see any of those, you can check them out in my playlist, which will be in the little E up there and on my channel. So this I don't even know which number it is, but the month of February, sorry, is not in it because I did not record it. It was too close from the deadline, so I needed to do it off camera. I'm sorry if you can hear that my voice is kind of dying. It's because it's my 4th voiceover in a row and my voice is starting to be a little tired, so I'm really sorry for that. But for this monthly calendar, I just did my typical box layout, and on the upper left corner I did a little circle of purple or lila, whatever you want to call it, and it's for putting the days of the month. And then on top of each column I have a light mint color, which I am obsessed with, and I used that to put the name of each day of the week, which I just wrote in cursive before adding the dates on the whole calendar. And on the upper left corner of the spread I added the month, and at the bottom I did a few branches of lavender, which I just think it's so cute for a theme. I'm kind of jealous that I didn't think of doing that earlier in my journal. But basically I now am to the habit tracker, which is the exact same layout I used for every single one of the setups, which I'm sorry if you could hear, but my voice kind of went crazy for a little while. But it's just basically 5 mini calendars for 5 habits. At the top I have written daily checkup, and then I just have at the bottom where I could have had 6 habit, I have just a little lavenders coming from the ground and a few ones coming from the calendars, and I have just a color strike at the top of each calendar to be able to write down the habits that wants to be tracked. And that's basically it for this spread. Really simple, quick and easy to make. And now we are onto the mood tracker, which is extremely simple, and I just have really sized up lavender, I don't even know how they're called, but it's just like branches of lavender, and I had to count a million times how many I had, and in the end I had way too many for 31 days. But it's okay, I just decided that it would be fine and she will be able to color more of them. Next, I just added a key at the bottom to be able to track 6 moods. That's what I was asked to do, so that's why there's 6 and not more. And I just have 6 boxes for each one of those, and that's it for the mood tracker. It's all completed. And then we have the playlist of the month, which is just a really simple spread, which I did at every single one of the setups too. Same layout because that's the one that she liked, and I actually loved it too, and it was very fun to do. But it's just 4 boxes, 2 on each side. And I have playlist of the month written at the top. I just have a few branches of lavender here and there, just like I did for the habit tracker, basically, with little leaves that I colored in with the mint color, which I just think looked so good at the end. And I don't think I said it, but the journal is actually a Leuchtturm 1917 journal, which is a new one that I'd never used before, and I was so happy with it. It didn't bleed through, even though the pages are pretty thin, but I just ended up loving it so much. And the pens that I'm using is Tombow markers, one of the dual brush ones that I got pretty recently for the coloring, and then for the actual line I used my Uniball eye micro and fine liners. I'm sorry for the really weird jump here. My camera stopped recording randomly. So there's not like the end of that spread, which is the first weekly spread. So really sorry for that. I don't really know what exactly happened, but it just didn't record it. And the other markers that I used are my Pitt Artist pens, which are black and from Faber Castel, and I use mostly the small one and the extra small one when I needed to do smaller lavender leaves. So yeah, that's what I used. And everything will be in the description box down below if you're interested in that. And back to the actual video. So this is the second weekly spread that I did, and there is just lines, so 4 lines for each one of the days on each spread and on each page, and then a longer one at the right for school things, and then on the left side there is also a column, so each one of those little squares are for each day, and it's basically an event section, so it's possible to write all of the appointments and stuff like that for the week. And this is the third weekly spread, and the one that took me the longest to make. It was a pain in the ass and it took me so long, but I basically reused the same style as I did for the cover page, which means that I did those little round crowns of lavenders, and it took me ages to make because it's super small, and I really wanted to have all the details and stuff so it will look all pretty. And I'm sorry you can't really see that much of it because I have my arm in front of it, but that's honestly the best shot I could get being in the hospital, in a hospital room. So that's the best I could do. And I think you can see it a little better afterwards when I'm only coloring, but basically that's what this weekly spread is. And then I just colored it in and I added a line. So the first one goes down and then it's basically alternated on which side you're writing. So one time you write down and one time you write up. So like that you have more space to write for each one of the days. And the last section is obviously for school because the person who ordered it is a classmate of mine and she is also a high school student, obviously, so that's why there's always a school section. And at the top of the left page I added just the week because there is always a count of the week. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. She was perfectly calm before, so sorry for that. But basically, there is a count from 1 to I think 50 for each one of the school weeks. So sometimes teachers will tell us like, oh, it's I don't know, like week 30 because it's this one, there will be a test, so that way it's easier to reference, and it's also all referenced back to the future log that is at the beginning of the journal in the yearly setup, which is also in the playlist that I made with all of them. But basically it's just a future log for like important events or mostly tests because it's made for school, and in that you can find all the numbers of the week. So when you're given a test you can just have them have it there and then reference it back to each month once you arrive to like that month. So I just love that way of doing it. That's the same way I do it and it works really well. But back to this spread, it's just 7 columns for each one of the days, and then there is a square on the left side for the date, and then underneath it there is a event section, and then the green line that goes all across was for all the tasks. And I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened when I was recording this, but it did not record the transition that I usually do when I do those types of videos, so I'm really sorry for the weird jump. I will try and edit it so it doesn't look as bad, but I just wasn't really doing it. My camera really maybe she was too tired because it was like I didn't record them all in order, and it was one of the last ones that I did. So yeah, my camera was maybe a little tired from being charged all the time and stuff. But basically this one is just a line at the top just to make it pretty, and then there is a tiny little rectangle for the week, and underneath it an event section, and then there is 4 boxes on each side for the days of the week, and on the right side there's only 3, and then there's just a school section at the bottom, which is just a line because it was a little easier to do. And then I just decorated it, and it was really simple, really fast to do. and it's almost the end of the video. There's only like a little bit left, so I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.